grinding. First bench day under my new couch, J Ham, Canadian couch, Jeremy Hamilton, 220 with reps, raw world record holder. I'm prepping for a possible meet, a potential meet here in December. So J Ham kindly is doing a little bit of coaching for me, trying to get me strong and less embarrassing and less mediocre. So this is the first day on bench. Basically, my weights are set at 275 pounds. I don't know what percentage off my max or whatever that may be, because J-Ham is taking care of all of that. But it's probably like 65 to 75%, somewhere in there. My best triple as of late is about 345 for 3. And then my best single in a meet is 350. But that was a couple years ago, so hopefully I'm a little bit stronger than that. I'm a little fatter than that now. Speaking of fat, my boy Bob Evans, aka Fat Dan, I'm helping him prep for his meet here. Reebok Record Breakers, CSA Gym, Jesse Burdick's gym. He just smashed, I think, 635 or so for 3 or 5 on the squat. We're going for another heavy squat in this upcoming week, but here he is hitting some bench. I had him doing sets of tree. Here's about 350 pounds, pause. You see he gets a little bit of bounce out of there. That's just his old college football habits. Here's something new for some of you. Multiply bench shirt. My man Juan, also Juan Leha, planning for the same meet. This is a little bit over 600. I believe the 5 plates are almost 5 reds are 600 exactly. Then we got some change on there. Maybe it's 620, 630. I can't see what's on there. He's prepping to bench 700 pounds at this meet coming up. Back to my grind, back to my marathon of a bench workout. Casey here was benching with me. Fat Dan and then Robot showed up a little bit late. Daddy Longlegs here. You guys might have seen him in a different lifting video with me. I don't know if I got any of his sets because he got done with pretty quick and then did some accessory bodybuilding. My goal for today was to get as many clean sets as I could with the time allotted. So I ended up getting about 13 sets, 12 sets or so. But didn't film. I filmed them all, but I didn't show them all because I didn't want to bore you guys to death, even though I showed most of them. Here's my man, Filipino Thunder, hitting a floor press, a strong floor press, about, I think 465 pounds or so. A little bit of a grind, but that's good. He's prepping for the same meet, so I'm going to be handling most of those guys there. I believe it's in Dublin, California. Dan, I had to do 5 sets of 3 at this 350 pounds. Like I said, he has a little bit of a habit bouncing out of there, but elbows, knees, everything's in a pretty good position for him. He just tends to go down and up after the pause, or after the press command, after his pause. That's something that I cleaned up a while ago. Everyone has bad habits, and it's just about cleaning them up piece by piece. Right here, I'm just really working on my setup, feet flat, head on the ground, trying to find the best way, best place to put my knees. So far, it's narrow like this. My grip's out a little bit compared to my past. I think my elbow's in a pretty good place. This is moving really fast. Like I said, it is a little bit light for me in terms of percentage, but I'm just trying to move really fast, really clean, and get as many sets as I can at this weight, being efficient and proficient. I don't know which word fits, but I think they both fit. It's kind of the same goal on squats. I didn't film my squat workout, but what I did is I had 415 pounds. Same idea, trying to get as many sets of clean practice as I can. The theme lately is practice, man. It's something everybody forgets about because they want to lift heavy weights, but everybody needs to do and everybody needs to remember in every sport. People talk about the law of specificity, this and that, but basically all that means is you want to train kind of like your competition or your sport. If you're a basketball player, you don't want to go to the batting cage. You want to practice your free throws and your dribbling. Same thing if you're a football player. Bench press can help you become a better football player, but it actually does not matter if you can bench 450 pounds to be the best football player ever to walk the planet. You could just be the best football player by practicing football. After I had Dan do those pause sets, we threw on the slingshot, get his confidence up a little bit, get a little bit of extra volume without effing up his CNS and effing up his shoulders. So once again, pause, that's 3. I don't know what the weight is, quarter 5 maybe, so 375 or so. This might be a second attempt for him. He has benched 402 in a meet, but I think he has maybe 415 plus in him for this next meet. We shall see. I think it depends on how bad the squat beats him up. I think his main goal total something decent, and also to squat 700, which I think is in him. We'll find out. He's going to hit a heavy double or triple this next current week. Hopefully I'll get it on film for you guys. Back to my hustle. Form's feeling good. All these reps felt very fast. I never really grind, and that's kind of the focus, right? You want to perform fast, efficient lifts to be a fast and efficient lifter. If you're always grinding, always pushing yourself too much, that's what your body kind of gets used to, whether it's your CNS or neurological pathways or this and that. But what we find is if you lift with bad form often, lift too heavy often, then you'll miss and lift poorly under heavy loads. So what you do is you lift 70 to 85% of your max often, more frequent. That's less intensity, but you can do it more frequent with more volume. Get practice in, build muscle and strength that way. Then when it does come to heavier loads, hopefully you can move them fast. Hopefully you can move them with the greatest of ease, like some of the Russian lifters, Milanichev. Even the Lillibridges do good, even though they train very differently. But Milan, Pozdiev, some of these guys, KK, who's not Russian, I believe he's Latvian, but same school of thought. They just try to be fast. Jeremy Hamilton, if you saw his third attempts from Boss of Bosses, which I believe most of them were PRs. At least the squat was for sure because it was wrapped. I believe the deadlift was, and maybe even the bench. They're all fast. They're all efficient. They look like they should be openers. And that's kind of my goal for this meet. I don't have weights in mind, but I'd like to be fast. I'd like to be efficient. I'd like to make all, at least my openers and second attempts look like fucking professional. My form feels pretty locked in for all 3 lifts. So hopefully it'll go. This is a little bit of different training for me. I do like reps and reps and reps, and sets and sets and sets, but often I hit a lot more accessory work. Right now J-Ham has me doing very minimal accessory work, which I'm totally fine with. Once again, something a little different for you guys. This is high 600s, maybe 650 or so to a 2 board. This is called a 3-man liftoff. It's just because the weight is so heavy and he's so stuck in his shirt that we have to give him a little boost to keep him balanced. Boom, touches. A little bit of a grinder, but pretty dang fast for one. His benches are moving faster and faster. Here's a quick clip of my accessories for the day. All I did was face pulls, even though J-Ham told me not to. It makes my shoulders feel better. And then I did 2 or 3 sets of 10 to 12 on the dumbbell press. Finished with about 100 pounds. I think I did 80s, 90s, and 100s. Subscribe, like this bitch. Thanks, guys. Let's go! Up! Up!